Greetings, this is Vane, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 2. Okay. This room is dominated by a massive arrangement of machinery belching flames and sulphurous smoke. Some of the components glow magically. It's clearly powerful and dangerous. You wonder what it's for. There's a thick book on his pedestal. The thick papyrus page covers dense, strange writing. Let's try and decipher it. The tome is a laboratory notebook describing the development of the machinery in the room. Apparently its purpose is to create phoenix eggs. A phoenix egg is a container which contains quickfire. It's a potentially devastating weapon, but the eggs they've created have usually been unstable and always demanding the resources. They've only succeeded in making one properly. It's still stored in the machinery. When broken, it will emit quickfire. You're glad they're having trouble making more of them. Such things would be devastating weapons against Avernum. There is a note inside the front cover. It says, for access, unending flame. Okay. There's a passage into the depths of the machinery is blocked by the gate. There's no visible control mechanism. You can't see any way to open it. Then you remember what you read in the journal. You say unending flame. The gate slowly opens. Door is locked. There is no handle and no keyhole. You can't see any way to open it. You do notice where the handle should be. There's a small grey rectangle. You try getting out your grey pass and waving it around. Nothing happens. You touch the rectangle with the pass. There's a clicking noise where the door's handle would be. North end of the machine, you find a small opening. You can reach a pedestal just on the other side of the gap. There is a red orb about 5 inches in diameter, resting in an indentation on the pedestal. Let's take it. You take the phoenix egg. It's hot to the touch. To carry it, you have to wrap it in several layers of cloth. When you reach a point where the phoenix egg can be used, a special encounter will make the option available. Because I'm pretty sure we had I don't know. I'm sure there was a quest or something to find phoenix egg. You read the sign, silver plaque, maximum containment, authorization required. Hostile Doom Guard. Okay. Doomguard divides. What's going on here? Take no damage from that. Yeah. So you're not good at magic. I see. Right. This room is dominated by this room is dominated by a huge humanoid wearing a suit of armor and a massive helmet. It bears no weapon. Instead, blades stick out of its gauntlets. As you enter, however, the armor begins to move slowly at first, then faster, moving with speed and nimbleness that makes you realise that in fact there is no person inside. It's a magically animated suit of armor. It lurches towards you, gauntlet blades at the ready. In the centre of the room you see a large blue crystal. It is whispering. The whispering is loud now and a bit harsh as well. This may be one that's stolen crystal souls. You open the crate and find a large blue crystal. It is immensely beautiful and shines with an inner light. At last, this must be one of the Vane people's lost crystal souls. As you approach, you begin to sense a presence in your mind. It is quiet but harsh. He says simply, "Save me, save me." The crystal is bulky but not so large that you couldn't take it with you. So take it. You carefully wrap the massive stone in a cloth and sling it over your back. It is surprisingly light for a stone of its size. You can hear his voice in your mind. Must rest, quiet, no power. Can't help, tormented, fear. Must rest, return me to the shrine. Then it is silent. Okay. Let's try and decipher this. This book describes experiments performed on the crystal soul Jekyll Bok by the wizards here. They have been exploring its beliefs, its magical properties, and its ability to feel pain. They have also been trying to break the creature and bend it to their will through a combination of magic and subterfuge. The journal writer is growing nervous, however. The crystal soul seems to be going mad. When they learn of this, the Venati will be furious. Okay. So. We have one of the crystal souls. Okay. As you make your way carefully along the edge of the ledge, there is a tunnel leading into a cave wall. There are several tokens outside of it. As you explore the cavern, its residents walk out. They are huge reptilian humanoids. Whether they're here as Empire servants or live here for some other reason is unclear. They attack you immediately. We've got demons, Mung demons, okay. So those two are the Mung demons. So one at the furthest back and a one to the right of it. Basically I've got a mouse. That one and that one are Mung demons. We don't like Mung demons. But yeah, never mind. And that's why we don't like Mung demons. You don't need to go over there. Don't know what's in there, don't care what's in there. See what we got. Hmm. Throw missiles, defense. Hmm. Let's go with some throw missiles. Actually, no, let's go with some. What do you want? We want to act faster, don't we? So what about you? Let's have a look. Let's see. I think hardness might be. Okay. You show the crystal soul you have obtained to the council. They look delighted. You shall have the honour of returning the soul. Go to the Shrine of Crystals to the southwest, and there the soul can be placed. Okay. The guards on the bridge reach for their weapons when you see you approach. However, when you show them the crystal soul, their attitude changes. They back away, heads bowed, and let you pass. Okay. This passage has been blocked off by a crude stone wall. It is very old and weathered the years well. To the side, by the cave wall, you find a rusty iron door. Open the door. Door opens into a long, windy passage. You walk down and find at its end a chamber filled with what look like large, upright crystal coffins. Just under the surface, you can barely make out the forms of a dozen Vanati. It is spooky, but not very useful. You look around for a bit and find nothing of value and leave. Okay. Shrine of Crystals. Talking to Mentos, you meet a young Venati man. He is sitting by his fire reading a scroll. He stands when you approach. Welcome, humans. Sit by my fire bed. I am Mentos. His friendliness is a fresh experience. Why are you here? I'm a mage in training. I'm here to study from Wilvron. What does Wilvron teach? He teaches spells for those lucky enough to be sent to him. I am a pilgrim. I came all the way from Mancuso. Where's Mancuso? 'Twas a long journey. Mancuso is a small village far to the east. I hope they're doing well without me. I am their only mage. One day I'll not be called Mentos, but Mentos Te. It is my hope. He proffers you several small pieces of Fanati candy at you. Take a piece of the candy. You try one, it's pretty good. Well, it makes your mouth tingle pleasantly. You stare into a fire for a while, relaxing. The conversation ends. You look into the domed interior of the Shrine of Crystals, the most sacred place of the Venati people. It's a very odd building. The walls have a strange waxy appearance, as if they were pliable. They bend and warp enough to make you think that they weren't so much built as grown. Around the outside of the central dome are seven alcoves, each of which looks like they expanded out of the stone like huge bubbles. From each alcove you see a glint of a large crystal. The dome itself is dominated by a large lake, with an island in its centre. The place also contains statues and glow crystals, placed seemingly at random. It's very chaotic and very disorientating and very solemn. The chamber is filled with the constant sound of whispering. It seems to be a multitude of conversations going on all around you. The crystal souls wait for you to speak with them. A Venati child sits by the fire, looking rather forlorn and alone. Strangely, she doesn't seem threatened by your presence. She stands and bows. I am Ruis. She looks at you with great interest. What are you doing here alone, little one? I am a pilgrim. I go to see the crystal souls. I see. So you need to talk to one of the crystal souls? They give us advice. I'm trying to find out what should be. Some think that should be a mage, and some a ponder. What would you prefer? She smiles broadly. They say I'm smart. Some want me to be a mage, and some think I could be wise and think stuff. I don't know, though. That's why I'm here, so the elders can help me. I've been here a week and still no luck, but I have high hopes. Thank you. Well, that's not what I was expecting. Okay. This Venati warrior rips out his wave blade the moment he sees you approach. He doesn't attack though. You ask who he is. Quasar T, Venati Blade Master, and I'm sure to take a few of you with me. Hold on there, Blade Master. We come in peace. I'm here to see the crystal souls. They are what protect me from humans. I am willing to test that last statement if you force me. How are the crystal souls protected? Most humans, including us, are peaceful. They say you're not all bad. It's not my place to say. Just stay away. He backs away. The conversation ends. Okay. That you find a beautifully intricately carved marble pedestal. On it rests a large coarse crystal. However, this crystal is clearly dead, no lights glimmering inside it. You look closer. The crystal is only resting on top of the pedestal. It isn't fixed there. This must be one of the former resting places of one of the stolen souls. Fortunately, you don't have the crystal soul which belongs here. You approach one of the crystal souls and you sense the intelligent resting within the stone, and you think about that he's paying attention to you. You hear a soothing voice in your mind. I am Lorta Bok. What is your purpose here? I am a historian. Simply observing my people keeps me interested. We Venati are a long-lived people. Because of our great spans of life, we tend to forget things. How can you be forgetful? Think of things you did 10, 15 years ago. Things you did when you were 5 of your years. Things we did when we were 100 seem that way to us when we were 400. We have much more to remember, but our memories are no better than yours. But my memory is strong. I recalled what my people have done and where we have been. Tedious to you, priceless to us. May I ask how old you are? I lived 524 years before I shed my physical form. A cruel accident took me. I served as Bok for 200 years and should have had 200 more. What kind of accident? Bad mushrooms. I choose not to speak of it. Thank you for your time. You approach the crystal, you hear a voice in your mind. Come closer, humans. You are welcome here. Who are you? It takes a moment to pick your identities out of your brains. I am Wivron Bok, teacher of the Venati people. Why is there a Bok at the end of your name? It is a great and powerful Venati honorific, only given to the wisest of our kind and the crystal souls. What did you teach? In life, I was exceptionally skilled in magic, even for a Bok. In this form, I chose to teach the magic I learned in life. Oh, you mean you still teach students your magic? Yes. Vane's pilgrimage to see me. It is a great honour to them and to me. In return, if they are worthy, I show them spells. It must be difficult to travel to Venati lands these days. The journeys are long, and not all are allowed to make it. It is also dangerous, and it honours me that souls would risk the Hydras and other monsters to obtain my spells. I have also travelled a long way. I would be honoured if you could teach me a spell. You have been given a quest. You have been sent to recover the stolen crystal souls. Return them to their platforms, and I will share with you the sacred magic of the Venati people. Alright, have a nice day. As you cross the bridge, you start to feel strongly that you don't belong here. The feeling increases in intensity until it attains a point where you cannot continue. You back away. Okay. Rude. Find a beautiful, intricately carved marble pedestal. On it rests a large quartz crystal. However, this crystal is clearly dead. No lights glimmer inside it. You feel a powerful compulsion. You strongly feel that you should put a crystal soul on this pedestal. Place the crystal soul on the pedestal. You place Jeknol on its pedestal and wait for it to reawaken. For a long while nothing happens. Then you hear in your mind, here? Where am I? What is this place? Home? Who says that? You say I'm home? No, home is gone, crushed and scattered. That is what? No, this is another trick. My people are gone. This is a trick, another trick I will not listen to any more. And with that there is silence. Sadly, although you have returned Jeknol Bok to its people, its wounds are still painfully present. Perhaps his fellow crystal souls can help heal him. Whether they can or not, your work is done. Yeah. Can we try talking to you? As you approach Jeknol Bok, disembodied flickers of words pass through your head like ghosts. Finally it says no. The word drags slowly through your mind. It hurts. Could you be more careful? Your voice is hurting us. Aliens, you are aliens. Back away, wincing. You must not command me. No more. We rescued you. You should stop hurting us. Oops. Jeknol starts to screech. It is not a wound. It is a wave of mental energy, intense and powerful. You black out. Eventually you wake up. You're lucky to be alive. There is dried blood matted around your nose and ears. You stagger away. Okay. You approach the crystal soul. It inspects you. You sense that it is magically inspecting your bodies and minds. You can only hope it does nothing harmful. Finally it says, greetings humans. I mean you no harm if you mean me no harm. I am Eos Bok. Why did you inspect us? I must protect myself as I have great importance to my people. I dispense justice. So you are also a judge? Not entirely. When a problem is too thorny for living box to deal with, they turn to me for impartial judgment. This only happens rarely, though. What happens more often is that a criminal comes to me to confess and receive my punishment. What sort of punishments do you give? When one wants to confess piracy, they may be punished by me. If the living then learn of the crime, the criminal is atoned. If thieves return goods, slanderers return the truth, and murderers spend their crimes. I have thieves return goods, slanderers return truth, and murderers spend their lives trying to undo their harm. If one truly wants to atone, I help them do what is best in the best possible way. It has only failed once. What happened that one time? Just before the last resting, centuries past, a thief told me he stole a ring, felt guilty, and hid it in a stalagmite outside, and came in for atonement. I told him to return it to the owner and confess to you. He said he couldn't face the shame of doing so. He left the shrine, the caves, and the tribe. He never returned. Sad. He was young. He didn't deserve the results of his weakness. Okay. There's a crystal soul here. You hear in your mind. Approach and kneel. You do so. I am called Akelbuck. Black Michael without the M sound. Welcome, says Akelbuck. What is your position in Venati society? I continue to ponder in what I pondered for 2 centuries before the resting. I think on the nature of our beings. His voice sounds like music. The words chime with pure notes. Have you come to any conclusions? We are not crystals with souls inside them. Our spirits, when they return from the beyond, create crystal around us from nothingness. It is strange, though. It would seem possible to create a flawed crystal. Are many flawed? Our spirits return from beyond to help with the living Venati, who call us with long, elaborate rituals. However, 2 of the crystal souls brought back were flawed. Poor Doris Brock and poor Darren Brock. If only they could be healed. What went wrong with Doris Brock? He could not stand our presence and demanded to be moved to a crypt in the lake region. We would give advice to the living in return for tribute, but if he did not get tribute, he would become angry and hostile, sad and ungraceful, but at least he helped his people, unlike Delrin. What happened to Delrinbach? Delrinbach formed with a flaw. He blamed the living for it, claiming that it scattered his thinking. It was nobody's fault, though. It just happened. Still, it did scatter his thinking. He went mad and has to be removed for all our sakes. The poor soul lives to the rest in the spore caverns. Avoid him. He is very deranged and very dangerous. We already dealt with him. What are the elaborate rituals like? I will not tell you of them, for their secret performed on an island in the middle of this dome. That's all for now. Okay. Okay. Well, the Venati guard recognise you as you approach, they let you pass. Galantris Brock stands and bows to you. The familiar look of fury contorts his features, but for once it is not directed at you. We thank you for returning the crystal soul of Jochnal Brock to us. He quivers with anger. They tormented our ancestors' spirit. They told stories of invasions of of our lands, of the death of our people. They nearly drove Jekyll mad. His voice turns cold and quiet. You struggle to hear. They will pay for this. And they will pay for 1,000 times, I promise it. They will pay with lives, and they will pay for the years. At this, Eli and Process nod solemnly. But for now, the rescue is complete and his healing may begin. Your reward waits you in the eastern chambers. We and the Venati people thank you. Okay. See what we get. Unidentified ring, eh? Immunity ring. Okay. And I'm going to leave it there. So this has been Vane doing Let's Play Avernum 2. If you like what you're seeing here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon. And until next time, goodbye.